abstract and very vague terms. Imagine the term mischief being used to define what is harmful. Or imagine the term national security being used to define what is harmful. So currently porn is considered mischief, and Baloch news websites which talk about anti-state or separatist movements are considered a threat to national security. Well, how far a step, how close is that slippery slope to when, say, the Express Tribune website is blocked and banned for carrying content which is considered mischief, or an op-ed perhaps which is talking about Baloch separatism is considered a threat to national security? To put it in a word, no. The PTA and the government are not capable of banning and implementing any form of meaningful censorship of the online space in Pakistan. The reason for this is because of the recent history and the past in which we've seen the government and the courts and the PTA take reactive and immature decisions on how to place bans on content online. We have seen in the past that blogs have been banned at the root level. So now imagine if your own blog site is hosted on WordPress and WordPress is banned at the root level just because there is some blasphemous content on someone else's blog which is deemed inappropriate by the government. They block WordPress at the root level, your website is gone along with all others. See, at the end of the day, we have to understand that functional democracy is not strong because of the majority vote. It is strong because of the number of nuances and the dissenting voices which speak up within it. That is what makes up a democracy, and that is what is being threatened by online censorship. If we start censoring, what are we censoring towards? Currently, we are censoring towards whatever the majority says, the narrative which everyone has accepted. And that simply cannot help, and that cannot aid a functioning democracy. And that is why internet censorship in Pakistan, especially the way it has been carried out so far, is such a threat. Who can we expect to face such bans? It won't be the majority or those speaking for the majority narrative. No, it will be the voices of the minorities, it will be the voices of those who are dissenting against the government or critical of the government. We need to let these voices be heard. And that is why internet censorship in Pakistan, particularly given the history of how it's been undertaken, is such a bad idea. The internet will always be regulated, it will always be monitored. This applies as much in Pakistan as it does globally. The point here is that we have to work, we have to make an effort to tip the scale in favor of citizen and human rights. We have to try and work towards freedom of information. We have to try and work towards the right to expression rather than any form of state oppression.